Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 7th episode of the Completionist series. If you haven't watched the previous episode, you can click on the top right in order to be brought to the entire playlist. We managed to get ourselves the Gnome Forge unlocked, as well as complete a couple quests. We made contact with more mining, minefighter, as well as blacksmithing, and in this episode, we're gonna continue. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you've watched the previous episode, you know that we ended the episode off with completing a couple quests. Now we're sitting on the Horn of Hopeport, which we can do technically. However, since most of these quests are relatively short, I want to get requirements for the final one, and that requires us to get two things. First of all, we need to train our Mines of Mintubin total level towards level 65. And we need level 20 miner. And I think that this is a great way to start off the episode by getting that level 20 miner. It's gonna be fast anyways, so we might as well just go for that. And here is the rope ladder that we unlocked last episode. Great, happy that we got this. Now, I noticed that when taking a look at these requirements, I think it's actually a better idea to start working towards 29 miner, as that will also obviously help us with the total level. But there are still some other quests that we can do once we actually get that level, including some other skills, being Mentubin's Legacy. Now, this is useful because I believe this will give us access to the first venture for mining, and it will also allow us to get access to the deep portal stone. Now for the granite, which is what we can mine, there is a storage rift to the north of the upper riverbend, which is very nice. And there's 3 rocks here and 3 rocks in the next room. So I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to play out with the XP pots, but let's take a look and see what happens. Level 15 already, not even a single inventory. Going easy. It's very nice that we can just deposit everything there. That's really gonna help. And there we go, level 16. That means we can now mine the Adrathril ore. So let's just deposit everything. I've already taken a look at where they are. They're a little bit to the southeast of our current position. And technically it is possible to use this storage rift marker in order to bank them. However, I think I've found a better solution, which is a little bit to the southeast of the mining location, so let's just take a look. And here we are already at the rubble cave. Here is the granite and here is the granite. So we just tracked a little bit to the east and then to the south, and here they are. And the banking location is a bit to the south, so I think that might be a good solution. Unfortunately, it seems that even though our cycle is near perfect, we'll have to wait like a second here. Unfortunately, we can't open these gates, so we have no option but to bank to the north, as in order to open these gates and also the gate passages to the east, we will have to unlock the quest Mentubin's Legacy, and that obviously requires us to get a lot more things done. So yeah, there's really no option but to walk all the way back and bank everything. And there's level 18 as well as another knowledge point. I have to go AFK again, so initially what I'll do is we should set that up, but let's focus on the objective here. Let's take the fishing XP for level 46 fishing, which is very, very nice. 2 more levels until the next AFK method. And here's the venture. Let's collect and let's immediately replace it. That's nice. A much longer AFK session than I anticipated and that I wanted, but nevertheless, let's take a look. That is very nice though. And back to where it all started in the previous episode. Back to the flint. We're going to have to mine this for 4 levels before we can move over to basalt. I also noticed yesterday that basalt is the only thing that we haven't mined yet. So I'll definitely swing a level 4 basalt rock too in order to just get the card XP. Actually, when exploring, it's already here, so let's just mine it, because why not? There we go. Very nice. That's the card XP, and that definitely helps us. And there is level 20 miner. We can now mine buff limestone, which is an AFK activity a little bit to the north. I can actually show you this. Here it is. And that will be very nice to do once we actually hit level 50 in all the Hopeport area skills. With that being said though, obviously we still need to unlock the AFK activity for the blacksmithing skill, as we still haven't spent the KP on that. Now I'd like to test something. In the previous episodes, you've already seen me revert to cooking when I need to do AFK things, for example, when I need to edit. However, I would love to get some progress in the Mines of Mentubin, and I believe that these laterite iron ore, which are level 2, are perfect for this. We're gonna need a lot of iron anyways for blacksmithing. And here is the first KP, mining, because why not? This AFK method for the iron ore works out great. I love that I'm doing this, and I just verified at level 27 I am able to gather the next tier of this iron ore. So this AFK method, quote unquote, is going to be very viable for me for a very, very long time. Volc is very happy, guys. So my daughter just woke up, and that means that I can no longer obviously edit videos, or we're gonna mine this. Now, she wants to help a little bit. Gonna do a little bit of blacksmithing, as that is easier for her to manage. I'm interested to see how she does. And there's the other knowledge point for the blacksmithing AFK. Very nice. Let's just finish off these bars. Look at that. 22 hours, a bit longer than I wanted, unfortunately, but still 55k XP, which is great since we now have unlocked a new AFK method. We need to keep an eye on our money though, since, well, buying 2 level 50 capes at this point is tight. We can afford it, but it's tight. And this definitely helps us. It pushes us up to nearly level 49.5. And there's the KP that we're looking for, the leathery bream. So this is now unlocked. With a little bit of luck, we won't even have to do any fishing anymore, as we have another KP. But it's gonna require 2 more KPs in order to actually finish off level 50. So it's gonna be close. And that's level 22, which is the rugged basalt. I'm going to take a look if I can AFK that or not whilst working on videos. And the answer is a resounding no, as there are only 6 ores available. We're just over here in Wilhope Crossing, and we're gonna catch a couple of these puffer fish. We'll combine it with the eels on Eel Street Bridge. Oh, and there we go. The cycle is already completed since we also got the eel bonus XP, which I didn't account. So there we go. That's level 50 fishing. And here we are. Let's dump in the woodcutting cape and let's trade dagger. And let's see. Here is the fishing cape for 504. And let's take a look. Well, not bad. It's not as nice as the woodcutting cape, but since it's new, we are going to wear it for a while. This also means that now our AFK activity will switch over to Forager, and we're initially going to start with the Grey Louse. Now, we still need relatively a lot of XP, so I might dump in a KP, but I'm not actively going to train it in order to get the Slippy Sea Slug. Even though we're close to a knowledge point, I just, meh. It's a mess situation. It's another KP, but really nothing specific that I want to dump it into. So I'll just take cooking to get out that level, and that's 168. So we've done a decent amount of mining today. Not extreme amounts, but decent. And I'm interested to see how many ores we've gathered. Yesterday, with the assistance of my daughter, we managed to smelt all the ores into bars. So the number that we're gonna see is the actual number. Oh my god, 660, and I'm not even done with this video. Okay, so that's a huge amount for a relatively low level, but this will carry us for a very, very long time, and it will bring in a lot of money. And here we are in the little square just to the south of the cloakroom. There's the rotten tree stump. Let's forage this and see how much XP we can get. Only got a couple minutes since I overslept big time, but still 38.8k. That's very nice. That's 27. I think that's a new AFK method. Yes, it is. We're going to try to get our hands on the knowledge point to unlock that, and then I'll probably set it up immediately at the new AFK activity since I have so little time. And as always, we will continue the fishing venture until a better alternative presents itself. And there it is. We also have a chef one to unlock, but we're gonna skip that for now and we're gonna go for this one. And here we are in the seashells seashore. We'll forage this rock pool, and we'll have to do that until level 32. When we get the warty sea potato, which is probably going to be 2 to 3 days, I reckon. I think 2 days might be cutting it close, but if I dump a knowledge point in, then we might be able to get that. It started snowing today, so I figured I'd help out my wife and bring our daughter to school, as that saves her a lot of time. And that's why we've gotten 24 hours of AFK but that also means that we are now level 29, which is amazing. We're gonna mine more iron, as I want to stack more of that, even though it's only level 2. Venture collected for another 3.2k. Nice little knowledge point. We're gonna take the baked bream, because why not? So I've just finished the Forgotten Things quest guide whilst mining, which really worked out in our favor, because I'm so excited to see how many ores there are in the bank. I still have another quest guide to do, as well as obviously the next completionist video, but I want to do a little bit of blacksmithing too, as that's just way too valuable, and I want to also play the game actively for a bit. So let's open the bank and take a look. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm afraid to go down because this is gonna take a while. 1159. Okay, that's amazing, but that's also gonna take so long. We're still sitting at 53 XP potions, which is not bad at all, given the fact that the things we have been able to do already in the Mines of Mentuben, as we started out with 200. And we got 2 KPs. I dumped them both into Forager, as I would like to passively go for the level 32 AFK activity, which is definitely going to be the focus to unlock that with the next knowledge point, if we can get there. Another KP. Oh, and also level 21 blacksmith. The KP went into Forager, which is level 30. Nice. I just calculated, and when we smelt all of our ores into bars, we will just have enough XP potions in order to make it. We'll be left with like 2, which is amazing. So it's really motivating me to actually process all of these, but I'm not quite sure if I'll do it in one go. And another knowledge point. Now, honestly, I would love to dump it into a forager. I keep mixing these two up. However, we're gonna dump it into mining. Reasoning for that is the following. At level 27, we can mine the limonite iron ore. And since the iron ore is such an easy cycle, I think that that's a very good idea to chase. We'll have to buy more of the XP potions, but really that's not a problem. The issue afterwards is going to be that we need a level 37 blacksmithing in order to actually forge those into bars. 207, we'll make it 250, because why not? There we go, 400 silver remaining. And there's level 25 miner. And there's the knowledge point. Let's take the AFK activity. Give me mining XP. Only 5k, but well worth it. There we go, 26.5. Well, almost. Definitely nice. I've also been messing about with the ratios of the basalt compared to flint and see what works best for me. There's some nice things about that. If you want more basalt, you just only mine the 2 rocks on top. If you want more flint, you would continue your rotation to the abandoned mining cavern and then head north to the northwestern mining cavern to end back here. Inventory management is also great. It works out perfectly, so can't really complain. I just noticed that we also hit level 65 total level for the Mines of Mentuben, which is a requirement for the quest Negotiation with a Cyclops, and that unlocks us Chronopolis at some point. We also require level 20 mining for that, as well as level 252 total level, and we check both those boxes. So it seems like we are able to do that quest, and that is level 27, which means we can now mine the limonite iron ore. Before we actually continue mining the iron, I would love to try the mining cart system for once, just to get the bonus XP. I don't think it's that difficult, but we might as well try it. And here we go, there's the first delivery. That was very easy. And the bonus XP is also very nice. It doesn't seem like this is particularly useful for me in terms of XP. It gives you directly money, and it's a little bit slower XP, it seems. And we're going to try our hand at the level 27 iron, and this is going to be amazing, I feel it. We're definitely going to bank a lot, but it's alright. I mean, I love processing those things at some point anyways, as the blacksmithing skill is just, well, I've said it like 25,000 times already, but it's just amazing, so yeah. We are going to set up our AFK activity for the day. I've been reading a blog post in which they state that they want to change a lot for the whole combat system. It is important to note that we are now level 29 miner, which is very nice, as that is a requirement for the quest that we need to do in the Mines of Mentuben. Would you look at that, level 30 miner. Now you can mine Rombrick Brimstone, which is a venture, and that is exactly what we want. Blacksmithing really needs to become a top priority very soon. Managed to get up to level 32 miner, which, oh, 33 actually. But I'm kind of interested to see how much of the new iron ore we have. So let's take a look. Already 800 plus. Oh my god. Oh, this is amazing. This activity is so good. We are going to set up the AFK. I really need to go to bed. I've been working very hard in order to edit more videos for you guys and to try and push out quality content. I have to go to work in a couple hours and I still need to sleep, so it's time for me to shut down. Let's head back to Forager and see if we can get close to that level 32. But first, we're gonna change our cape. I don't particularly like the fishing cape, so let's just swap it out for a different one. Which one are we going to choose? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go for woodcutter. We recently obtained this one and I really like the way it looks. I was unable to record yesterday as I had very limited time, so we've basically AFK'd this for like 48 hours. And this gave us level 34, which is pretty freaking nice. And there it is. Very nice. Let's unlock the warty sea potato for our new AFK activity. That's definitely going to help us. Another knowledge point. I'm considering dumping everything into blacksmithing for now, as that will greatly benefit us. AFK mining activity unlocked being the cream soapstone. I'm noticing that I really want to transition my AFK activities into the mines of Manchuban, especially the blacksmithing, because we still haven't reached the forager level 50. I am kind of holding myself back, and that's end of day for me. We are obviously going to forage these warty sea potatoes because I have an amazing wife. She helped me planning our day so that I could do a little bit more of Brighty Shores gaming as well as editing. Probably the last mining level for a while, at least that's what I'm anticipating. Level 37, and we can now mine white alabaster, which is an AFK activity and it is for the stone bank, so it's not going to be useful for us with the blacksmithing profession in mind, but it will be useful for us at some point just garnering total levels. Well, only a minute later, the white alabaster AFK method has now been unlocked. I think this is a great point to transition over to blacksmithing for a while. Nearly 37.5, which is pretty nice, but I'm wondering how many ores we've gotten banked, because oh my god, this got out of hand. This is my favorite AFK activity right now when editing videos or just watching a show or whatever. This is just... Honestly, I'm just afraid to look. This is gonna be really good, but really bad as well. Let's take a look. Oh my god. Oh, that's 2500 plus. My god, and we still have 600 of these. Right, so obviously we can't use the limonite yet. Unfortunately, it's level 37, so that's a long way away, and that means that we will be forced into buying some ores. As we're sitting on 400 silver, this has most likely become a problem, even though we can still use these, obviously, to transition more money, put more cash in our hand. So let's start with the laterite. We are about to finish off the smelting of the level 2 iron ore, but there is level 25 blacksmith, which is very nice. One more level until the next unlock. But that also means that we are now total level 600, which is very nice. And these are the final 9 bars that we need to do in order to finish off all the level 2 iron ore. And that's going to be a big stack. I definitely want to see everything that we've got once we actually finish these off. We will transition for a little while into Mind Fighter. We need to fight a level 35 boss, if I recall correctly. And I want to get a little bit of a higher level. I don't think we're gonna fight until level 35, as we can make our own weapons and that will definitely give us an edge. But I've seen the amount of hit points that the boss has, and it also has a special attack, which means that we need to be a little bit more prepared than level 18, because right now we're gonna get our ass handed to us. 1480 bars, that's gonna carry us... well, hopefully 5 more levels, that would be great. Which is going to be these floor tentacles again. Now, the issue with this is that they are a little bit stronger than us. So it's going to be a question of whether or not we can actually take them on. But we'll take a look nonetheless. Let's engage with our range weapon and see how we fare. Not bad at all, going relatively well. There we go, let's take that. And that's also obviously the card XP, since we haven't killed this monster yet. We might need a health potion or two depending on the kill, as it can get relatively close, since we're only sitting at 128 health and they have 149. But because these guys are relatively stronger than us, this does in effect mean that we can just kill a couple of them and then quickly get a level. These glutinous suckers are very, very common, which means that we'll more likely than not will often have to make a trip in order to actually deposit this. Not bad per se, as we will use that for alchemy at some point if I recall correctly, but it slows down the combat a little bit. And as for the KPs, we're just continuously gonna keep dumping that into blacksmith, as we obviously have a lot of resources stocked, but there's also a big chance that we need to buy a lot more, at which point it might become possible that this loses us money. It's going relatively well, but I want to transition to a different monster, which is a little bit weaker. We unlocked this at level 16, and it has a combat level of 24 compared to the gooey floor tentacle, which has level 29. And here they are already. Now, we can't disengage as easily with these guys as we can with the gooey tentacles, as the gooey tentacles are static and these guys are not. So it's going to be very interesting whether or not we can actually survive this. The gooey tentacle really makes it easy, as we can just completely dictate the entire fight. But with this guy, seems like we're gonna die. Like I said, we're gonna die. So realistically, there's really no chance that we've gotten, as in, we'll have to stick with these gooey tentacles for a little while. Obviously, at level 21, we will become stronger, and at level 22, we will unlock a new monster, being the upgraded skeleton miner. I was grabbing something. I unfortunately died. I thought I was safe, but I was not. I'm hoping to transition quickly into a different monster, which can also give us raw GP. These sometimes drop a piece of equipment, but not very often compared to other monsters that we fought in the past, so yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye out for that. Another knowledge point, we're just gonna take the AFK method for Minefighter. In a previous clip, I stated that I was planning to dump all my KPs into Blacksmith, but I'm going to revert that choice immediately. I'm just gonna dump it into Minefighter as we hit level 20, which is a brick wall, as most of you know. So I figured it would be a better idea to just dump everything into Minefighter as of now, as that will greatly benefit us into transitioning quicker from monster to monster, as well as completing our objective. And there is level 21, which is great. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bank everything, and additionally we're gonna sell everything from the quartermaster bank. And once that's all done, we are going to make ourselves a better sword, or better range weapon, I should say. This is only a +3. It's a little worse in terms of Cray, but I'll take the damage as well, because why not? I mean, seems like it's better. And even though I don't like doing this, I think we should invest into a couple more of these. So now we're up to 67 plus 20 equipped, so I guess that's alright. It's not amazing, but luckily the items that we've gotten from combat give us 20 silver back, so I guess that's alright. I just hope that we don't run out before we actually reach our goal. Yeah, there it is. That took over 3 inventories in order to craft, but we got it. So let's immediately tune this. Yes sir, here we are. Let's tune this, and there we go. That is a new weapon, which is a lot better. It doesn't have any special damage, but it's fine. It's so significantly better in terms of strength that I'll definitely take it. And that is also going to be the end of the episode. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, then consider dropping a like and a subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, guys.